Think of auto actions as your personal spellbook in Clip Studio Paint. Hi, I'm Starry, and in this video, I'm going to explain auto actions, how to set them up, and give you some ideas for how you can use auto actions in your workflow. Open auto actions by going into Window, Auto Action, and I recommend opening your History tab as well so that you can see what happens when you play an auto action. Having the History tab open makes it much easier to go back through actions if you need to. As you can see, there are a number of default actions. If you click the arrow, you can see the list of operations saved under the auto action. Let's go ahead and activate Bright Colors Emit Light. We can see that it's duplicated the layer, and over here in the History panel we also see the list of actions. It's duplicated the layer, created a Gaussian blur at 100% strength, duplicated the layer again, merged it with the layer below, changed the blending mode to Add, and changed the layer name to Glow, as you can see here in the Layers panel. So in this one example, that's 6 separate operations with specific settings, like Gaussian blur set to 100% and changing the blending mode to Add. I'm sure by now you're already visualizing the potential things you can do with auto actions. So hey, if this video is helping you, please make sure to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Okay, so in your auto action palette, you'll see these 2 check marks. On the left is the run switch. If you turn off an operation by unchecking it, when you run the auto action, that operation will not be run. To the right of the run switch is the change settings switch. If you highlight it, when you run the auto action, a settings window will appear and you can adjust the setting as you run the auto action. We might want to add additional operations to an existing auto action. We can click the action in the stack that we want to add another operation to. For example, in this auto action, I'd like to include a mask in my final layer. So I'll click Change Layer Name, and then I will start to record an auto action by clicking the Record button. Then in my Layers palette, I'll select Create Layer Mask. And as you can see, in my auto actions list, there is a new operation that will create an inner layer mask. When I'm done recording, simply hit stop. I'll use my History palette to return my illustration to before I used my auto action. And you can see that the layer is no longer in the palette. And those actions have been grayed out, showing me that I have canceled out the history. Let's try running Bright Colors Emit Light again. Now when I run my auto action, a mask is automatically applied to my layer. In case you didn't know, masks in Clip Studio Paint use transparency. In my colors options, there is a alpha or transparent brush option. With my mask selected, I can then paint the transparency into the mask. You can also use blur effects on the masks in case you want to soften the edges. You can create a new auto action set by clicking this icon. Let me show you my layers auto actions that I've created. Here you can see I made a very simple Create Clip Layer auto action. It creates a new raster layer with a normal blending mode, and it clips to the layer below. I've also added it to my command bar by clicking and dragging it into the command bar. You can also add it into your quick actions if you like. For a detailed tutorial on customizing your workspace, check out my video that I'll link in the description below on customizing your workspace. I'd also like to show you this Add Final Adjustment Layer auto action that I created. First, it'll merge visible to a new layer, then it will apply these adjustment layers to it, and it will add them all into a new folder with the name Adjustment Layer Group. Because I have the change settings switches enabled, when I activate this auto action, I can adjust my brightness and contrast, my hue, saturation, luminosity, and my color balance and tone curves all at once when I activate my auto action. So let's see how it works. I'll select Add Final Adjustment Layer and press play, and you can see that the settings for brightness and contrast pops up first, Then I can adjust my hue, saturation, and luminosity, my color balance, and my tone curve. You can see that each layer also has its own mask. So if I want to go in and remove some of the effects, I can always paint transparency into the masks for certain layers to touch up my artwork as I like. If I want to make specific adjustments after my auto action, I can always double click into my adjustment layer and change them from here. Now that you have a grasp on auto actions and how they work, let's try something a little more advanced. Let's create an auto action where we add paper texture and a sepia tone to our canvas. With my square canvas, I used a variety of watercolor brushes and textured blenders to create a sepia wash. When I'm happy with my texture, I can right-click on the layer, then convert layer, and I want to convert it to an image material layer. Then in my materials list, under image material, I can take this material that I just made and click and drag it into my image materials. Now let's change some settings on this material. Double click it. To be able to use this material on a variety of canvas sizes, make sure to enable tiling. Because it's not a perfectly repeating tile, we can use reverse, which will blend it out a little better. Then click OK. And if we plan on using this a lot, we can always add it to our favorites by clicking this heart. Now if we look under the favorites, we can see our sepia wash pattern. So in my materials palette under my favorites, I have my sepia wash pattern prepared and also a watercolor paper texture that I downloaded from the assets store. Now, unfortunately, because auto actions is an operations-based function, we can't just drag and drop. For instance, if I record and I pull my sepia wash onto my paper, you can see that it did not record. There are certain actions that auto actions can't record, like using a brush or adding a material. But there is a workaround. We'll need to tell Clip Studio Paint exactly where to find and open an image. So let's go ahead and save a PNG of both our sepia wash and our watercolor paper texture. I dragged my watercolor paper texture to my square canvas and I expanded it, and I'll go ahead and save it out, and I'll do the same for my sepia wash. You might think it's a little redundant to make an image material and also a PNG, but with this process you can use these in a variety of ways outside of auto actions. Okay, so let's write our spell now. What we're going to do is we're going to tell auto actions to import those files and then adjust the layers as they go. So I'll hit record and then import each file as a pattern from image, and I'll start with the paper texture. I'll make sure that tiling is enabled in my tool property, and then under import image I can see that tiling is on. Then I will adjust the paper texture to be a multiply layer, and you can see that change blending mode has been activated. Now I'm going to apply my sepia tone as a pattern from image as well. And I will also apply a multiply blending mode, and I'll reduce the opacity. You can see that the import image directory goes directly to those images, which allows auto actions to apply a material. Let's go a step further by adding a new raster layer, and then we can stop recording. Unfortunately, we can't automatically change the size of our materials in auto actions, but this certainly saves us a lot of time. Now let's see if our auto action will work on a differently sized canvas. With my sepia watercolor wash auto action selected, I'll go ahead and press play. And as you can see, it automatically uploaded my sepia wash and my paper texture, and it created a new layer. If you need to adjust the type of tiling, you can go into your operations and select it from here. And now you can adjust the size of your textures. Now you can start drawing right on top of your textures. As you're working with auto actions, be sure to save regularly because it can be a bit demanding on your computer. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful for you. Please comment down below to let me know how you use auto actions. Check out my tutorial playlists, and please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.